Hello and welcome to class. My name is Brian and I'll be your instructor for today. I'm from the United States and I now live in England. If you'd like to introduce yourself, please raise your hand. Yes, Anderson, you first. Anderson, would you like to introduce yourself? Okay, Anderson, if you're speaking right now, we can't hear you. Please check your microphone. Sahar, how about you? Oh, very nice to meet you, Sahar. I don't think I've ever met someone from Palestine before. Very nice to have you here. Well, we have some new students now. Bamboo, Victor, if you'd like to introduce yourself, please just raise your hand. And I still haven't heard from you, Anderson. I hope your microphone is working. Yeah, hi, Victor.
Hello, I'm Victor Mitus. I'm from Russian Federation, city Khabarovsk.
Very cool. Good to have you here, Victor. Nice to meet you. Another new student now, Warda. Hello. If you'd like to introduce yourself, just raise your hand. Glad you all could be here for class today. As you can see, our lesson will be on protecting trade secrets. And this is something you may have to deal with in your job. If you work for a company that has special secrets, ways they do business they don't want other people to know about. Excuse me. I'm sorry, I had to sneeze. Yes, so you may work for a company that may have secrets, things they don't want their competitors to learn about, ways they do business, and you may have to sign some kind of contract when you start working there. But this will be about other things too, about things in our personal lives and in our normal conversations. Sometimes we won't want to explain everything and tell the whole truth to someone. And that's a lot like protecting these kinds of secrets. So we'll be talking about this today. I want you to know that if you have a question at any time, you can raise your hand, or you can write your question in the chat pod. Just let me know if I can tell you what a word means, or if I can explain something more clearly, or anything at all. Just let me know, and I'll do my best to help. Okay, well, we might have more students joining us, but I think we can get started right now. Let's take a look at our first slide. We have a question here. In what situations is it important to avoid giving out too much information? If you'd like to answer that question, please raise your hand. Yes, Anderson. Hi, would you like to answer that for us? All right, Anderson, I heard a noise from your microphone there, but that was it. I don't hear you speaking right now if you're talking. I hope you're not having a problem with your connection. Sorry, well, we didn't really hear from you, Anderson. Would anyone else like to try? Yeah, Victor.
Well, I think if you have some idea, you don't tell about many people because the idea is too important thing. You can, excuse me.
Oh, you're a busy guy. Yes, you were saying a very good thing there. Yeah, anytime you don't want to tell the whole truth, maybe you want to keep something important like that to yourself, something you want to do on your own. Very good. Oh yes, I understand that, Sahar. Yeah, there's I don't know how many of us do have experience with this, but we can use our imaginations and we can talk about how it applies to our own lives. Sahar, would you like to answer this question for us? Oh, very good. Yes, it's not always about our jobs. I'm sure we all have secrets in our personal lives too, and some things we'd rather not get into. Oh, very good answers, you two. Anderson, hope we get your microphone working there. I have the in-class guide for students is up. Hope that'll help you. Oh yes, Anderson, please, if you think you have your microphone working, please go for it. Are you speaking? Yes, we still can't hear you if you're speaking right now, Anderson. Nope. Sorry. Oh, that's really too bad. I hope we get that figured out. It'd be nice to hear from you today, Anderson. And, Warda? Oh, hey, Warda, hi. Would you like to introduce yourself and answer this question for us? I heard your microphone there for a minute, Warda. If you'd like to answer the question, please just raise your hand. It'd be nice to hear from everyone today. I know, with these business topics, we may not all have a lot to say, but it'd still be good to hear from you. Let's look at this next slide. So remember, and this isn't just about our work life. We're also talking about our personal life here. Have you ever tried to avoid answering questions, and what did you say? If you'd like to answer those questions, please raise your hand. Oh, hey,
Oh,
Anderson, I can hear your microphone now. Hi.
oh, okay, thanks. So, let me introduce myself first. My name is Anderson Souza, and I'm from Brazil. Hello, Brian. Brian?
Hey, great to meet you, Anderson. Would you like
Okay,
to
thank
answer
you.
the questions on this slide for us?
The first slide, or this slide?
Let's stick with this slide.
Okay. Uh, and so, when I try to avoid answer questions, I used to say, I don't know. Or may I talk later? I need to think about first, just to avoid giving answers that I'm not figure out.
Oh, very good. Yes, I know. Sometimes, even if you do know the answer, you may have to lie about it a little bit.
Yes.
Well, very good. Uh, I'm glad we get your microphone working, Anderson. Good to hear from you.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Would anyone else like to answer these questions? Please, just raise your hand. Yes, Victor.
Well, if I avoid answer the questions, I use do not answer straight on the answer. I try to answer something um, something. Excuse me. I don't. I can't say it yet. Excuse me.
Oh, that's okay. Well, when you're ready, just raise your hand again. Very nice. Sahar, would you like to answer this question too? Oh, that's a good way. I don't know. I mean, if the person really likes secrets, they might ask more though. I'm one of those people that when I hear something's a secret, I just have to find out. Well, very good answers. Yeah, I think there's a lot of ways we can get out of giving a straight answer. Uh, we'll be talking about a lot of them today, and there are some ways that are a little more polite than others, some that are more formal and more business-like. So we'll be talking about those especially. Let's look at those right now. See, we have three phrases here in this blue box. I really can't say anything about that. I'm afraid that's all I can say, and I'm not in a position to give out that information. That all sounds very professional, doesn't it? So these are some phrases we can use. So the question is, can you think of more ways to express this? So can you think of any synonyms that are very similar to this? Any other phrases we might say? Oh, hi, Warda. We can hear your microphone again. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Hello, my name is Warda. I'm 25 years. This is my first time in English Town, and this is my first class.
Oh, really? Hey, that's great. It's good to have you here, Warda. Uh, well,
Thank
I hope
you.
you're enjoying our lesson. Can you think of any more ways to avoid answering a question, like the phrases we see here?
Maybe say I can't say. You ask the doctor because I'm nurse, so this is my answer all the time.
Oh, that's a very good one. That's good. That's like at home. At home, the father says, "I don't know. Ask your mother." That's kind of making someone else. Very good example. Good to hear from you, Warda. Very nice. Well, great. Yeah. So that's another good way to do it. Just pass that on to someone else. Yeah, there are a lot of phrases we can say like this. But for now, let's keep looking at these three we have here in this blue box. So, the question is, which of these phrases do you think is the most polite? So, I really can't say anything about that. I'm afraid that's all I can say, and I'm not in a position to give out that information. So, I'd like to hear your opinion. What do you think is the most polite? Please raise your hand. Yeah, Warda, what do you think?
The first one, I really can't say anything about it. It seems very true about it. And there is apology.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, very good. Yes, it does. It does sound very, very honest. I agree. Good. Thanks, Warda. Anderson, what do you think?
So I guess is the last one. I'm not in a position to give out that information because it's not so hard, and you can pass an image that for the other person that you want to say something but you can't because of your position in the company or something like that. In my opinion, it should be the first one.
Very good. Yeah, I like that one. I think that's a good phrase to use because you're not lying about it or anything. You're just saying I know the information, but I can't tell you. You know.
Yes.
Very good. Great. Yes, these are all good phrases to use in the business world, but I think they're kind of fun to use in our personal life too, because I think it's funny to talk like this sometimes. All right, let's look at our next slide. So we have some phrases here on the left, and we need to figure out how to say these things in a more polite way, using some phrases like the ones we've just been talking about. So you see the first one there, that's a secret. Instead of that, you could say it a little more politely by saying, "I'm not at liberty to say," which I think makes you sound kind of like a secret agent. So instead of saying that's a secret, you can say, "I'm not at liberty to say." So how about this next one? "I can't tell you." What's a more polite way of saying that? Who'd like to answer that? Yeah, Sahar, what do you think? Oh, that's a very good way to say that. Very good. Oh, and you're asking the right person about the word liberty because that's I'm from America, and Americans love to use that word, liberty. It's like our favorite word. Liberty means freedom. So you're saying I'm not free to give you that information. That's like by saying I'm not allowed to say this to you. So say I'm not at liberty to say. And yeah, it is kind of a silly way to use that word, but that is a phrase. So very good answer for the second one too, Sahar. Thank you. Well, how about this third one? I don't know. What's a more polite way of saying that? Who'd like to try this one? Oh, hey, there you are, Anderson. Oh, I was just getting ready to say we lost Anderson. Okay, I'm glad you're back. Alright, so I don't know. What's a more polite way of saying I don't know? Yeah, Sahar. Oh, very good. Oh, it's great because you could either be saying that to me right now, or you could be using that as your answer. That works out very well. Yeah, great. No, that's a good way to put it. It's very it's very honest, but when you make more of an expression out of it, I think it sounds more apologetic and it sounds more nice. You're you're saying sorry, but I don't know. It's kind of what you do when you say it like that. So that's a very good example. Thank you. Just one left. Who else? Okay, we've heard from Sahar. I want to hear someone else do this last one. You don't need to know. It's not a very nice phrase. What's a nice way to say that? Who'd like to try this one? You don't need to know. Victor, would you like to try this one? Oh yes, this is kind of a tough one. Would anyone else like to try? No? Oh well, it's interesting. There's no teacher's notes here. There's no answers that say what the correct thing to say here is. A lot of it is kind of up to you and what you think. A lot of it is your opinion. For me, though, when I want to think of a nice way to say you don't need to know, for some reason, the first thing that comes to mind for me is you could say that's classified, or that's on a need-to-know basis, which is something that I think spies say. It's just, yes, you don't need to know. Yes, that's a hard one to make polite. But very good answers, everyone. Very well done. So we've been talking about these not so nice ways to say things and more polite phrases. And the next question here is, which of these phrases do you think is the most effective? Do you think the very blunt ones, like it's a secret, or the polite ones, like I'm not at liberty to say? What do you think works better? Yeah, Victor, what do you think?
I think the more effective is I can tell you. It's true and more effective.
Very good. And I agree. I think that's it's not the nicest way to do it, but it's kind of saying right up front, stop asking. And I'm sure you've all noticed that when you try to be nice to someone, they might not stop talking. They might just keep going. Well, I think we lost Anderson again. You're all giving wonderful answers. You're doing a great job. I know this isn't the easiest subject, but I'm glad you guys are sticking with me. If you do have any questions about these phrases or anything I'm saying, let me know. But I think we're ready to move on, and it's time for today's final task. This will be a game for two of you to play. It says you are announcing a future product at a trade fair. So you'll answer questions without giving away too much information. So you are working for a company and you're showing off a new product. Everyone wants to know how it works and what's in it, and you can't tell them. So one of you will be student A and one of you will be student B. Student A, you'll ask student B questions to get as much information about this new product as you can. And student B, you will politely avoid answering student A's questions. So you'll get to use your imagination to decide what this product is and what it does. And you'll get to ask questions and avoid answering them. So I think this could be kind of fun. So if you'd like to be student A or student B, please raise your hand. Oh, great, Warda, you'll be student A, so you will ask the questions, and we need one more person. Who'd like to be student B? Who would like to not give a straight answer? Sahar, that's you. Well, great. Okay. Well, Warda, when you're ready, please begin. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't need to raise your hand. You can just speak.
Okay. Actually, I just want to be the student B. It's much easier.
Oh, okay. Well, is that okay with you, Sahar? Are you okay to switch? Okay, she's giving the check mark. All right. Just because you're new, Warda. Otherwise, we wouldn't let you do that. All right.
Yes.
So then, Sahar, you'll be starting then. Sahar, would you like to ask that again, please? Oh, very good. You'd be a very good spokesperson, Warda. You can get out of all those tough questions. Well, fantastic work, you guys. Let's go on and look at our last slide for today. This is the summary at the end of our lesson. Today we discussed some things we cannot talk about with our clients. and we used polite phrases to avoid a client's questions. I think you guys have all been doing great work. There's a few more questions here on this slide under Before You Go. Have you ever tried to get information from someone who didn't want to give it? And how did they avoid your questions? And the next is, in what other situations might you need to avoid uncomfortable questions? If you'd like to answer one of those for me, please raise your hand. Yeah, Victor. Very good. Well, great work, you guys. I've unsynced these slides for you, and yeah, I think we are just about done. Thank you all for putting up with me. I've been drinking too much coffee, so I'm talking too much. Before I let you go, do you have any questions for me? Is there anything I can help you with? Nope, no questions? Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. I think this has been a lot of fun talking with you. Again, I know this wasn't the easiest lesson, but I hope you learned a little something. I hope I can see you all again for another class real soon, but for now, take care. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, yes, Warda.
I don't know it's about this. Just want to know when your classes, the time, the schedule.
You know, I'm sorry. I don't have a regular schedule. I kind of teach whatever classes they need me to. I don't have a regular thing. But I'm sure I'll see you guys again for another class. Okay. Well, I hope you all take care of yourselves and keep learning. I think you're doing fantastic work. I'll see you guys next time.